Hello friends. Two large, scruffy dogs, unmistakably Barbos, the local breed known for their loyalty and stubbornness, stood rooted to the spot, their noses pressed against a weathered wooden fence. "What's going on here?" Michael murmured to himself, his curiosity piqued. He couldn't help but notice the unwavering intensity in their gaze, as if they were locked in a silent battle. He took a step closer, peering through a gap in the fence. His heart skipped a beat. On the other side, huddled together beneath a sprawling rose bush, were two tiny kittens, their emerald eyes mirroring the unwavering stare of the Barbos. The scene was surreal, a silent standoff between two worlds. Michael couldn't understand. The Barbos, despite their size and the intimidating air they exuded, didn't seem to be threatening the kittens. Instead, they seemed fascinated. Was this some strange, silent truce? Or was there something more sinister at play? He watched, his mind racing. The kittens were clearly scared, their bodies trembling slightly. But they didn't cower or try to escape. They simply held their ground, meeting the gaze of the Barbos with an unwavering intensity that seemed to hold them captive. Minutes ticked by, the silence broken only by the rustling of leaves and the distant barking of a stray dog. Michael found himself mesmerized, unable to tear his eyes away from the peculiar scene. What was the story behind this unlikely impasse? Suddenly, one of the Barbos, a brindle with a patch of white on his chest, shifted his weight, his gaze momentarily dropping. The kittens, sensing the shift in power, instinctively took a step back, their fear momentarily forgotten. Michael felt a surge of hope, perhaps this standoff was about to end. But then, the brindle looked back at the kittens, his amber eyes softening as if he understood their fear. He nudged the other Barbo, a sleek black dog with piercing blue eyes, and the two moved a few steps back, giving the kittens some space. It was as if they were acknowledging the kittens' fear, granting them a truce. The air felt lighter as the standoff eased. The Barbos, no longer focused on the kittens, began to sniff the ground, seemingly losing interest in their unexpected encounter. Michael, unable to contain himself, stepped closer to the fence, his hand instinctively reaching out to pet the brindle. The dog, startled by the movement, snapped his head up, his eyes widening in alarm. But instead of retreating, he lowered his head, allowing Michael to stroke his fur. It was then that Michael noticed something peculiar. The brindle's fur was matted and dirty, his ribs clearly visible beneath his thin skin. He looked lost, alone. As if sensing Michael's empathy, the brindle let out a low whine, a plea for help. Michael, his heart melting, knew he couldn't leave the dogs there. He decided to take them home, hoping to find them a good home, a place where they could finally feel safe. As he walked away, looking back at the kitten still huddled beneath the rose bush, a thought struck him. Perhaps the Barbos weren't just watching the kittens. Perhaps, like him, they had seen the fear in their eyes, the vulnerability. Perhaps, in that silent standoff, they had found a connection, a shared understanding of what it meant to be lost, alone, and scared.